Welcome back, Love Stylers. I'm Misty. Today we're going to be talking about how the carnivore diet is a shortcut to healing. Big time. If it's your first time here, welcome to Love Style. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, liking, and hit the notification bell. We have shows on Mondays. So, the carnivore diet, if you've never heard of it before, is meat, dairy, and eggs, a high protein diet. So it's like keto 2.0. So it's like a little more extreme version of the keto diet for better healing. This is a healing diet more than it is a diet for just losing weight. In the last 4 years, I lost 55 pounds, 8 sizes. I cleared a bunch of stuff. I corrected most of my eczema. I still have a little bit to deal with, guys, but I also gave up alcohol and have not gone back since. And this is helping a lot. Being on the carnivore diet keeps me away from booze. Think about it if you've never have, that this can help you stay off alcohol, which makes a lot of people fat, like it was doing for me. And I also cured my high blood pressure. I'm on no medicine at all for anything in my life. And I now get better sleep. I have more balance in my body and so many other awesome things that I'm going to talk about today. So, healing first. Now, I am a 90% carnivore, meaning 10% of the time, I have some vegetables. I have some other foods, and I am not perfect. I also cheat, if you want to use that word, or allow occasionally on my diet when I want to have some real ice cream or real pizza a couple times a year. But I got rid of soda and a bunch of other stuff I've improved. So keep listening and stay to the end if you want to hear my truth bomb, which I've been doing at the end. And I'm going to keep it going if you guys like it. Let me know in the comments. Anything you want to comment on. If you want to argue with me, fine, bring it on. If you have anything to add that you can teach me, bring it on. I'm open. So when I came across the carnivore diet, when I was searching for ways to improve on the keto diet, I heard a podcast. I don't remember from whom I heard this, but they were talking about eating meat mostly, dairy, and eggs, and leaving the vegetables off the plate. And I was like, wait a minute here. I've been doing keto. I've been cleaning up my health. It's been helping me. I've lost weight. I've gotten rid of the carbs and a lot of the cravings. And I'm intermittent fasting. What is this business of eating meat mostly and losing weight? I thought it was preposterous, but I kept listening. And I learned that some people's bodies will heal even faster so they can move on to better health, clean things up even quicker inside their gut, inside their body, get rid of the stuff out of your organs even faster that are harming you. And this was by eating more protein. Now, I had heard about protein being more of like, I always thought protein was like for guys who are trying to build a ton of muscle, like bodybuilders. You hear them talk about high protein. And I thought that was if you wanted to put on body mass. What I come to find out is protein is actually the cleanest source of nutrients for the body before any vegetables. And I still find it very interesting. And I still have to believe it because I'm living it now by introducing more meat into my diets every single day for the last 2+ years. I can tell you things have changed dramatically. Now, this is not a fast weight loss idea per se, but it is a faster shortcut to better health. And I figured, let me try this route because I had done keto. I had plateaued. There was so much variety when I was on keto that I wanted to really kind of tighten it up. So I started trying the carnivore diet where I'm eating mostly meat. I got to eat much more bacon than I ever had in my life, and bacon has to be the sexiest food on the planet, or most people can agree that bacon is the tastiest food on the planet. Now, if you don't agree with me, write it in the comments. Tell me what you think the sexiest or tastiest food on the planet is. So I kept listening when I found this podcast, and they kept talking about this carnivore diet being so healing for so many people. And it was almost like this miracle diet and a shortcut to healing faster than keto by eliminating those vegetables. So the idea here is protein heavy. You can have some good fats, which if you don't know what good fats are, I'll tell you to go by the 3 B's: bacon fat, beef tallow, and butter. Stick with those. And guys, I don't even really do the beef tallow. I do bacon fat and butter. These fats work very, very well for me. So a lot of people might be afraid to try the carnivore diet because it's kind of restrictive. And some people got used to eating those vegetables year after year, and they like the freshness that vegetables can provide. Now, I've never been that into vegetables. I remember being a kid and like trying to hide the vegetables under the potatoes. I loved the starches, but I got rid of those in my life. So no on the starches. However, the meat, just add a little bit more meat. You will be full when you're done. And when you start to do this, even if you want to try it for 30 days, for 2 weeks, even 1 week, you're going to be so delighted to find out that this is very, very doable, very sustainable. And when you start feeling better, it's going to floor you. Taking a direct approach to heal your body first takes a lot of guts. You got to have some true grit if you want to do this. And I've been trying to change some of my bad habits and become somebody who has a lot of integrity in my life at this point. I'm 49 years old. I've made some bad mistakes in the past. I drank for too many years and a lot of other mistakes I wish I didn't make. What does that make me? A human being, just like you. And if you want to change your life, it's up to you. You can start today if you want. Tiny little tweaks, like looking at your health, like I had to do finally. Giving up my alcohol was the hardest thing and best thing I've ever done in my life. That was my first step when I wanted to look at my health finally. I was pushing 45. And so I was like, I don't like being this fat. I know I've got to heal first. I've been on meds through the years. I don't want to be on these meds anymore. And I want to be able to do active things and go hiking and be able to keep up with other people and travel the US. And, you have to be healthy to do these things. So I also wanted better sleep and a better mood balance, which not a lot of people talk about that. And in a minute, we're going to go over if you have any of the following. I want you to stick around and hang with me on this channel because we talk about this stuff all the time. So looking at your health directly is hard to do, I have to admit, but you will not regret doing this. Now, this scares a lot of people. It's easier for people to ignore the obvious red flags in their life and sweep it under the rug. But I'm going to ask you today to look at your health with a focused eye. And, if you're a little bit vain, like we all kind of are, and the weight is a sign or a red flag that things are not right. Things are not going right in your body. So looking at your health directly takes a lot of courage. So a lot of people use the BMI scale, which is, weight to height ratio. Now, people get very, very triggered by this. I get triggered by this. I don't love looking at the BMI scale. However, It is an average of about where you should weigh for your height. And I have to tell you, it's pretty on target. Now, you can go a few pounds over, and you may have a different build. I'm kind of thick. So, I'm going to give myself a break by a few pounds going by this, but you can go a few pounds under the BMI scale. But if you don't know where you should be, I want you to look at a BMI scale, if you never have, and see about where you should weigh if you are a healthy individual. Again, this is not to the letter, but it's a basic average, and it's pretty darn close. So I'm going to look over here to the left, guys, on my list, because I listed so many things that are so common today, especially for Americans. We have these problems. They're just regular problems that can be reversed if you just eat more meat, dairy, and eggs in your life and get rid of any of the junk. So some of those problems may be something like high blood pressure, diabetes, low sex drive, skin issues, mood disorders, fatigue. Fatigue is a big one. If you ask somebody how they're doing, they say, I'm tired. They always say, I'm tired. It's so obvious to me now what the problem is. They need to eat better and cleaner. Cognitive functions, brain functions, which leads to Alzheimer's. If you're anything like me, you do not want to be that person who gets crazy at the end of their life and forgets what they were just talking about. You don't want Alzheimer's, guys. We can avoid it if we start now. Don't be that old person who doesn't know where they are. We have electrolyte imbalances, muscle loss, joint aches. Some people have restless leg syndrome, which is really bad. Sleep disorders. Andrew used to need a CPAP machine, and he's 3 years younger than me, and this was a few years back. He finally got off his CPAP machine. If you're on a CPAP machine to help you breathe at night so you do not die, I'm going to ask you to consider eating more meat, dairy, and eggs in your life. Solved. You might be kicking toxins from years and years of alcohol abuse or drug abuse, or over-the-counter meds can even cause toxins in your liver. Addictions of any type, behavioral disorders. I think I said mood disorders already. Your body may not absorb nutrients, inflammation, impotence. We have depression and anger. All of these things that I have listed are regular problems that many people are dealing with. This is all curable. And some of you might be like, well, Misty, my doctor never told me about the carnivore diet, because if it cured it, he wouldn't be giving me these pills. You got to understand, and I know you already know this and you don't want to hear it, but they're making money every time they tell you you need those pills. If you hate medication and you know that it's chemicals and poison and not made for the human body, it's not natural, then I want you to consider implementing a carnivore diet or a keto diet or a low-carb lifestyle, at least to get you started. Some people do the carnivore diet just for a week so they can get into ketosis, which is the word for keto diets. And it is ketogenic to be on the carnivore diet. So it's not so different from keto. I am very much a believer in the keto diet. I love the keto diet. For me personally, I'm finding better body composition faster and faster healing on the carnivore diet. So I don't mind. Me personally, this is me, guys. I do not mind leaving the vegetables off of the plates. I don't think they're that tasty anyway. So for me, I love eating like this. Nutrient dense. Nutrient dense, what your body wants for faster healing. So before I go, I want to leave you with my truth bomb, which I'm trying at the end of these videos. Tell me if you like them. And also tell me what I haven't listed as far as issues or health issues that you may have or you may have improved or you would like to see improve, because I can't list them all. There's too many. So my truth bomb here at the end is, when you start to clean up your diet, whether you're on keto, low carb lifestyle, this is all in the same vein here, or the carnivore diet, which I absolutely love for healing first. It's a shortcut to healing. I'm quoting myself. It's a shortcut to healing. So remember that. If you like shortcuts, if you're anything like me and you're impatient, I'm going to tell you the carnivore diet might get you there a lot faster, and you may just stay on it. So my truth bomb here is, when you start to clean up your life, when you start to eat a clean diet such as this, I will tell you, you start to love your life. If you have lost some of the things that made you happy to be alive over the years for different reasons, for maybe some of these health problems that you're dealing with, I'm going to tell you, your love for life comes back. Your love for life comes back. I'm living it, people. I'm doing this whole channel based on this kind of stuff. That's why I call it Love Style. That's why I'm so proud of this diet. That's why I'm not going to stop, whether anyone really understands it or not, until they try it. And I want you to please communicate with me. We also want to thank you for listening to Black Eyed Soul. That's our band, Andrew and my band. It's just the two of us. We're recording artists, and we record right here in this room. And we'll see you next time on Love Style. Peace out.